Show where fortune favours the brains. Let's start with a lark. We like to do larks on the L series. I'm going to show you how your senses can deceive. What you've got here is a perfectly obvious real hand, your right hand, and a perfectly obvious fake hand. And you've each got a brush. So all I want you to do is brush each hand sort of simultaneously. And what you should feel, Adam and Sarah...
Excruciating pain.
...is that...
It's like, jab hard into the hands, into they're raw! Sarah, scream!
We'll come to that. With only just a gentle rubbing. Eventually...
This hand will fall off.
Eventually, you will feel in the rubber hand the same sensation you feel in your real hand, which seems extraordinary.
Yeah.
But you will. And let me know when you do.
Okay.
It may not have happened yet.
And then you will
you have to keep going. Sorry. You have to keep going.
I'm doing it. I'm keeping going. I'm keeping going.
I'm now
starting to feel that this is my hand.
That's it. That's what happens.
Having trouble
Are you not, Sarah?
No.
You're not feeling anything?
No.
Keep going, Alan.
Oh, that's nice.
You like?
Yeah.
So you can feel that in the rubber hand?
Lower. Yeah, definitely. Lower.
You play your cards right, might get a happy ending with this.
You're not feeling anything, Sarah?
It feels very much like my hand, like a separate...
Oh, now it does feel like your hand.
No, not that hand. My hand feels
that
like
would
my
do,
hand.
yes.
Yeah. My hand has never felt more like it belongs to me.
I'm going faster.
I think that will help.
Okay, I got it! Faster is better. Keep on slipping.
Right. It really does feel like... It's bizarre, isn't it? It's genuinely bizarre. And now you can get out the other brush.
What?
That's amazing, isn't it?
It is amazing, because I didn't believe it was going to happen.
No, you didn't believe. That's what's so good, is you really didn't believe. We have borrowed some objects from the world-famous British Optical Association Museum. And you each have, and I'm going to start with Phil, you have an optical object, and I'd like you to tell me what you think it might be.
Oh, right. Well, it's got a lovely leather surround.
Yes.
Right, so why would you want to see things this red?
Yeah.
Is that literally rose-tinted glasses? Are you feeling...
Oh, the 80s! The Guardian with a decent header font. Courier, his crosswords were easy then.
As you can see, they look like flying goggles.
Yeah,
and that's what they are, but they're not for flying.
Then they're not flying goggles.
Well, they are
Don't be picky, he doesn't like that.
They are for pilots. They're for night pilots. It's so they can acclimatise their eyes for darkness.
I would say that rather they make everyone you bump into look like a Dutch prostitute.
There is an element.
Dance for me, Stephen. Dance. You are a unique individual, if you
Why can't I dance without people laughing? I don't understand.
You enjoy it.
I missed that lesson that everybody else went to at school where they were taught how to dance at a discotheque. What did lucky old Edward VII use this for?
What is it?
I say lucky, I mean, it's an extraordinary...
Oh, God.
What do you know? No, quite wrong. He didn't throw on yellow silk.
No,
You thought it lifted up into his...
Yes, I did.
It's sexual of some kind.
It was sexual, yeah.
It's sexual, and I'm not going to say it on television, frankly. I'll just be in trouble.
Well, no, you won't. I mean,
Well, I will a bit.
Yeah.
For what I've got in mind. If I say...
Anyway, Alan, what have you got that's optical?
It looks like a lovely pair of glasses. And
Yeah, it is.
3...
Put them on and describe what you see.
Well, you won't be surprised to hear that my vision is somewhat obscure.
Yes. Look at the audience.
They make...
And what can you see?
They're
Can you
like,
see-
kind of like binoculars, where you can really see...
Can you see me doing anything?
No.
They're not working, Alan. Dance.
They're meant to be for peripheral vision, then.
They were designed for drivers who had bad eyesight, and it was to improve their peripheral vision. But it clearly doesn't work.
No chance of driving in these. It's been like that all the time.
I found a very odd... I didn't know this was a rule recently. I always get headaches when I'm on tour, so I thought, well, I may as well just stock up on paracetamol, because I go for a couple of nights. So I tried to buy about 48 packets of paracetamol.
No. That'll kill you.
And, well, yeah, obviously I wasn't going to take them all at once, but obviously there's a rule.
Don't do that.
You're only allowed to... But I just thought to myself, that's saving no one, is it? No one's got to that point and gone, oh, can I not? Oh, I'll stay alive then, thank you very much.
I go into a newsagent and order a bottle of vodka and they give me a quarter one now. Things about me.
Although there was a moment when the woman embarrassed me in front of a queue of people where she said, I can't sell you that many paracetamol. And I went, oh, why? Why is that? She said, it's in case you kill yourself. She said those words to me. And this is my panic. I went, what? But there's a load of freezer stuff in there. Like, that was my actual... That was the logic, you know. It's right there, there's some long life milk. Why am I going? Why am I going?
You think I'd waste that?
Some Findus crispy pancakes.
There's a Solero in there. I've got so much to live for.
Next up is Josh. What have you got?
They're very fashionable, aren't they?
If I were to tell you that these arts, despite their modern look, they're actually way over 100 years old. They're mid-19th century. From the open carriage days of railways onwards, because of steam, smuts, so on, people got really stung in the eyes.
I'm sorry, who's speaking now?
Railway spectacle. That makes no sense. And yet it's funny.
I think I can tell what they do better, Josh, if you dance for me.
What's this? What's this? What's this? Pass it down. Just all you've got to do is tell me what it is. Have a taste. It's obviously not poison, despite being green.
It's not wasabi, is it?
Wasabi.
You would be served this if you were to go out around London and go to most Japanese restaurants, and I would have a taste. I went, whoa!
I
pretty
can.
hot. Do you find it too hot?
Yeah, I can't even. My mother thinks tomato and basil soup is too spicy.
Jesus.
Oh, that's too spicy for me. What's the matter, Ashling?
That is as close to wasabi as you can get without it being wasabi. I nearly took a mouthful of that, you know. It's not a joke.
I can't take chili, but I can take the
I put a lot in because you said it was...
You said it's got...
I'll tell you what it is. I'll tell you what it is.
It's not jackass, it's QI.
What you're eating there is horseradish. Now, you may say wasabi is Japanese horseradish, but the wasabi you get sold in British restaurants is almost always ordinary British horseradish dyed green.
No.
Yes, because real wasabi, although it's related to horseradish, takes 2 years to mature and it's very expensive to transport. So it's much easier to use the British stuff, which grows on railway sidings and is cheap as chips, to use that instead.
You know what, Stephen? That would have been lovely just if you'd explained it and used some bloody pictures. Rather than give us some and go put that in your mouth.
So sorry. Yes.
I mean, I can hear things like a dog does. Dumb things in here. This might have been way over my life to become a superhero, and all you have to do is give me a bloody spoonful of that. See through walls.
It's opened your eustachian tube in your sinuses.
Yeah, cancel my card. I'm flying home.
Joe, it's your turn. Oh, we've got a bonnet. Lovely bonnet, and something hanging from it. There you are. How cool is that?
That's great, isn't it?
You are Mrs. Norris in Mansfield Park. It's a Jane Austen moment.
If there had been a character from Mansfield Park in Colditz, she... Stop! You wish to escape from my prison camp. Yeah. Not before we have done a little embroidery, no?
I think it's more sort of Dickensian, isn't it? Like Mrs. Gamp, the elderly prostitute. I say, sir, let me see your penis.
This is what these girls were for!
Even with my monocle, it's awfully small.
And now, in honour of Victoria, QI does only connect. Cue music. Greatest programme on television after QI.
Hello.
Yes, does that ring any bells with you? So could you choose, please, an Egyptian hieroglyph?
Oh, my goodness, I've never had the chance to do this before.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Yeah.
the Eye of Horus.
Eye of Horus it is. You have to find the connection between these 5 things. First, John F. Kennedy, Profiles in Courage. Lots of points, of course, if you get it from one. All right? Anybody else is allowed to buzz, of course, if they think they know. And the second one, Schumann Theme and Variations in E-flat. Whoa. patronising
You can all
Jack.
piss off.
What's it got to do with the Eye of Horus?
No, that's you choose. Have you never watched? You've never watched Only Connect?
Not a whole one, no.
Not a whole. All you have to do is find what's in common. Only Connect, literally.
I think the F stands for his middle name.
I don't know about Schumann, but if I was on a team on Only Connect, I'd ask them, is it like the second thing they wrote?
Oh, that's very good. So let's have the third one, because I don't think you get it from two. John Prescott, Prezza.
Goodness me.
Schumann's nickname is Theme and Variation.
Was that one of the Sugar Babes lineups?
So I think we better have a look at the fourth one. Fewer points, but this might help. Alcoholics Anonymous and the 12 Steps. The last one will give it to you. So the last one is only for 1 point.
Okay, hold on now.
You can see why I never got to the end of it.
No, you see the last one and I think, all right, struggle for the buzzer.
They are Ghost Writers!
Yes! Well done. Well done. Steady. Steady. Whoa. You've made a happy man feel very old. You have Christmas trees in America, obviously.
I have a year-round Christmas tree, actually.
Well, you have a house that is just...
It's
the
year-round also.
It is bizarre. It is the most bizarre, extraordinary house.
My house is 100 years old. And in America, that's like prehistoric.
Wow.
So, but Betty Davis lived there, and
Yeah.
Robert Armstrong, who was in King Kong.
And your mother lives there, Debbie Reynolds.
We're
who is
neighbours,
Hollywood.
yeah.
Yeah, she lives in your garage, let's be honest. I'm using
Some
American
nights,
pronunciation
yes.
of garage.
Debbie Reynolds was in Singing in the Rain.
She was?
Did she never tell you that?
She doesn't come up, no.
No.
I can't stop thinking about it.
She was 19 years old.
was
You better
19.
stop thinking about
She was
it.
19 in that film.
Yeah.
Yeah, what were you
My
doing
God.
when you were 19? Nothing. That's right.
She says that Gene Kelly rehearsed until her feet bled.
Yes, and she also said that Gene Kelly French kissed her and she vomited.
During
So
or after?
romantic.
Was that part of the film?
No.
That's in the blooper reel at the end.
Oh.
They did not, Donald O'Connor and my mother were not wild about Gene Kelly.
Oh, wow. I love this. More of this.
It's great.
Well, but apparently he's not a good kisser, and he didn't have a good sense of humor.
But was
But a
Donald
great
O'Connor nice?
dancer.
Was Donald O'Connor a nice chap?
Yes, he was
'Cause
great.
I love him.
What's Chewbacca like? Try and ignore Stephen.
Laugh it up, fuzzball. I have the most delicate from this museum. It's a fan. It's an Avantage. Beautiful fan for fanning yourself, obviously, but has a secret lens in the middle, so I can see what you're doing. So it allows people who apparently are fanning themselves and not taking any notice of anyone else to have a very...
I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah.
There is a slight different technique when you start looking at me to when you're fanning yourself. No, you're only fanning yourself very slowly there, Steve. I think I'm putting these back on.
It's so mean you must get this everywhere you go. You're going to get it everywhere.
No, I've gotten used to it. You know,
Oh,
take a
good.
couple of minutes for the Navi computer to calculate the coordinates.
Yes, exactly.
That wasn't even my line, and we all started
Still
saying those
started
things.
to say it, that's right, for the jump into hyperspace. And he goes...
With Harrison Ford, where he said he had a problem with the dialogue generally, he said, you can write this stuff, but you can't say
You
it.
can type it.
You can type
It's
it.
very specific. Yeah, no, you cannot say, I've placed a couple... I can't say mine. Placed... No, I can't remember.
Come on.
What is that speech that I did?
We've got...
Years ago.
I'll tell you what we've done. We've bought 300 nerds. Look back.
Oh, I know. I placed information vital to the survival of the rebellion into the memory system of this R2 unit. My father will know how to retrieve it.
That's it. And then there was the syphilis outbreak in the 16th and 18th centuries.
Oh, then the party's over.
Yeah. And goat wet nurses were used there. And unfortunately, they were used very unkindly because...
What's he up to? Oh, I know. Fair enough.
This better be for the baby.
I think that's a different bloke that usually does it, according to that goat's face.
Hang on a minute, that's not the grip I'm used to. That's a bit firm.
You know what I find mad about? I don't have kids, so maybe women in the audience will know. But that when you're breastfeeding your child, if you're, say, in a supermarket or something like that, and someone else's baby cries, you leak like a spider sense.
Yes.
If someone, is it not true? Any women have had?
Yeah, it's
it is.
There's a bloke up there going, yep. I always leak when I hear a baby crying. I don't even know why that's funny.
It's not true though, it is, isn't it?
Well, if you have, you presumably expressed into a pot and given it to the babysitter. That's what happens, isn't it?
Why would the babysitter want some?
There was an ice cream. There was an ice cream shop.
Shot glasses.
Wasn't there? I haven't got anything in the fridge. There was for a very brief time an ice cream shop, wasn't there, here in London, which sold human breast milk ice cream.
You say a very brief time because it's the worst business plan of all time.
Yes, you're right. You've tried once, I think, like incest or country dancing. Wish that were my own.
You've not been to Devon, Stephen.
I come from Norfolk, for God's sake.
Well, we have to, this thing now that you're interactive with your audience. So actually, as you're broadcasting live, you have a screen in front of you with a Twitter feed on. Not advisable, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
It's a very good moral and spiritual discipline, because everything you say is immediately commented on by some regular...
With hashtag Saturday Live or hashtag Richard Coles is a...
Smugmeister Twatvicar. So there is someone who does hashtag Smugmeister and another one hashtag Twatvicar.
Oh, Richard, that's so unfair.
And it's my mother.
The father of history, what's he called?
Herodotus.
Herodotus. Because it must have been a lot easier when he was around. I'm not having a go at him.
No, it's very
But less things had happened back then.
Fewer things,
Yes.
I think you mean.
Common usage. Common usage.
It's so like being back at school. It's unbelievable.
Apparently you can say less or if you want to now.
Apparently you can just say what you like these days. Apparently that's
You can literally say less if you want.
Apparently you're not allowed to scream idiot at people. What was the point in getting an education at all? I know how to use the apostrophe. Apparently now it doesn't matter. I want the time it took me to learn that back.
You need to be less bothered about this, or fewer bothered. You need to be fewer bothered about this kind of thing. Just let it go. Be fewer upset.
You fancy a quantum locking levitation lark. And to help me tonight, we have Professor Andrew Boothroyd of the Physics Department of Oxford University. Hello, Andrew. So, what have we got here, Andrew?
We've got here a piece of ordinary-looking black ceramic, which, when we cool it down to very low temperatures, acquires a very extraordinary property.
Okay.
So if you just like to cool it down with liquid nitrogen.
I shall baste it with the liquid nitrogen. There we are.
And we have a second one over here.
All right.
That one too.
Cool that as well.
This is like the beginning of every pop video in the 80s.
Tell me what's particular about
it. It loses all its resistance, its electrical resistance, and becomes what's known as a superconductor. And the other thing is that it acquires the property that it can bend magnetic field lines.
All right. So let's just pick it up and pop it. Whoops. There it goes.
Oh! Cool.
Yeah, it's pretty good, isn't it? And
literally.
That makes no effect. And you can just give it a tip.
Oh, that's very strange.
There we are. And as it warms up, it'll slowly sink.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
Is this what you do most days at the Oxford University?
Almost every day.
It's not a bad old job.
This one here is very exciting. And now it's nice and slidey.
Oh, wow.
But look at this.
And what's happening there? What's making it...
It's the magnetic field, isn't it? It's interrupted by this superconductivity.
It's not like a normal magnet. A normal magnet would repel when it's up that way, and then it would just fall off.
Yeah.
So this is both repelling and attracting at the same time.
I'll give it one more little go, and then we can try it on the track.
I thought you were saying that we can try it on Alan.
No! Upside down in a bucket of nitrogen.
There we go. Pop it there.
Oh, wow. Fantastic.
Round it goes.
That's cool.
That's amazing.
Isn't it good?
It looks like... Can someone pass the sellotape?
And it's got a steam train. It can go the other way. We could put the wrong type of leaf on the track.
And is this going to get us to Mars? That's the main question.
What do you think, Andrew? Are there any practical applications we can think of?
Well, you could use this as a piece of transport like that, but it's quite expensive because of the cost of cooling the nitrogen.
Oh, right, so it's not efficient.
But if we could find a superconductor that worked at room temperature, then it would be viable.
Right.
Are you working on that?
We are, yes, indeed, yes, I am.
I trust you.
Oh, no, they're not. They're just playing with this all the time. That's what I'm...
No, isn't it gorgeous? So you'd think it would almost be like a maglev train, you know, one of those...
That's what it would be like.
Oh, there we go again. I love that. And this, of course, can go on here as well.
That's
so
my
much higher.
favourite one. That actually...
Boing! Unfortunately, this one is less insulated and it'll probably get... it's stopped.
Doing pretty well.
Oh, my God, that's coming for me.
Cool. Oh, there you go.
That'd be like the best Christmas present in the world.
So you need... What is the magnet made of? It's rather exciting names. Boron and...
The magnet is made of neodymium, iron and boron, and that's what's attractive.
Neodymium?
Neodymium and iron and boron.
Wonderful. Very good element.
It's made of gadolinium, barium, copper and oxygen.
But you can just use sticky back plastic. Fairly liquid bottle.
Wait, was it the $6 million? The $6 million man, and Steve Austin.
Yes.
Obviously costs a lot more now, $6 million.
Oh, so.
Steve Austin got a bionic eye.
Lee Majors, yes.
And all they gave him really was a zoom facility.
Yeah, dung, 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 exactly.
So he could see things further away.
Yeah.
That was pretty feeble.
Well,
They could have given him about 8 extra cones.
He could run
and
that's true.
And he could have seen so much.
But how could they have shown that to us?
X-rays.
Now we have the Instagram eye, and he could make it all sepia and old-fashioned.
But our eyes would still only have 3 cones to watch him seeing something, so it would still look like our eyes.
He'd have needed a sidekick to say, but what can you see?
Oh, yeah.
I can see ultraviolet light, which is where the villain is revealed by this. Let me run over there fast. And also, while we're on the subject of the Bionic Man, he had one leg that was really good, and yet they showed him running at 70, when the reality was he would have been hopping at 70. Because the other leg would have just been destroyed by the speed at which biomechanically would have been unable to cope.
It would have ruined my childhood.
They would have been better off if they had taken off both legs.
Yeah.
Given him 2 bionic legs.
Given him wheels,
And
Adam,
sex
wheels.
And the sex would have been amazing. Bionic sex.
Well, there was the bionic woman, Lindsay Wagner, and she had ears. Did you
Yeah, she could hear anything.
Lee Majors, Lindsay Wagner.
You can't.
Well before anybody in the
Fictional
audience was
people.
born. Yes, they were totally made up. Yes, good.
Yeah. And like,
Before your time as well. Oh, God, we feel so old, don't we?
Yeah, but it was great being...
It was, yeah. We could go to university for free. Let's have a liquid lark. I've got some liquid here in the form of our very own QI water, as you can see. And what I'm going to do is pour some... I'm going to not use the sporty... Oh, God, I can't open it. I'm going to use the sporty bit. There we go.
That's as much exercise as you get, is it?
Yeah. Oh, so what we do is we flatten this card on it, and we turn it upside down, and I want you to try and do this if you can. And, oh, God, please work, please work, please work, please work, please work. There. Holds up. There. So you should be able to say that. Whoa.
Terrific. Terrific fun.
Yeah.
This could not possibly end in tears.
No, try it.
Go on and on.
You just turn it
What? And...
There's something really extraordinary about this. Watch. This should work.
I'll leave it out. Shut up. Shut the front door. That's pretty amazing, isn't it? You're actually made of magic.
Not bad, is it?
Hang on a second.
The dream of always being best friends forever. It shattered for 2 teenage girls in post-war London, Ginger and Rosa, with our film Emma was on BBC 2.